Op Facebook stond attending hoeveel? Dat was echt zo gestoord. Heel erg tof dat iedereen er is. Ja, veel in ieder geval. Heel erg gaaf. Dit is niet, voor mij in ieder geval niet vanzelfsprekend. Dat mensen zo naar een instore komen om naar me te komen luisteren. Dus heel erg bedankt daarvoor. Zal ik gewoon een liedje gaan doen? Ik denk dat we daar allemaal wel aan toe zijn. Hey, wij verdienen dit. They drew a fine line between the good and evil. They drew a fine line between the right and wrong. See, one man kills and gets the chair, another kills and gets a medal. They drew a fine line between the right and wrong. They drew a fine line between the man and people. They drew a fine line between the blacks and whites. See, one child is born free while the other is born in shackles. They drew a fine line between you and me. They drew a fine line between the grave and cradle. They didn't draw no line between the state and church. See, one child grows up to command the other child to listen. They drew big fat lines all across the earth. They run their country on amphetamines. They run us over with their limousines, waiting in line for the cash machine, begging for my money and my hopes and my dreams. They always seem to find another enemy, 'cause it's the best way to fuel the economy. And when the have-nots rage in the street, they just make them a promise that isn't meant to keep. They drew a fine line. They drew a fine line. They drew a fine line between the good and evil. They drew a fine line between the right and wrong. See, one man kills and gets the chair, another kills and gets a medal. They drew a fine line between the right and wrong. They drew a fine line between the right and wrong. They drew a fine line between the right and wrong. Dankjewel. Dankjewel.